And we're starting this episode with a fight. That's a big mushroom.
That is a huge mushroom.
Holy.
And that is a small mouse.
Didn't expect to see that guy here. Anyway, welcome guys, it's your boy Zero.
That's right, I'm Mesh, and we're continuing on with some more Digimon. This is episode 14.
Of our Let's Play. Jesus, why is it... I don't know why, but I tried pressing X and it didn't accept the input for some weird reason. Yeah, so we just defeated a Mushroom-mon. This is a little Chew-mon. You don't usually see him by himself. He's usually next to a big yellow poop Digimon. But yes, last time we left off starting this mission where we're looking for what's causing a bad odor in cyberspace of all places. Why can't I pick that up? Okay, I can't pick it up. There's something this way, I don't want to go there yet. And we were also talking about our experience at the newest convention we've gone to. Well, new to me, not new for MASH.
No.
Magfest.
Magfest, yep.
So MASH, in case the good people, you know, didn't watch the last episode or this is the first time hearing about it, why don't you get them up to speed as to what Magfest is? Real quick.
I can do it in just 2 words. Danny DeVito. Yeah, Magfest is one of my like staple events. I pretty much try to go every year. But it's the music and gaming festival, and I mean it has a lot of the stuff that you'd expect at a convention, but it tends to be better, just because, you know, arcades are run by, you know, it's more about really giving you like a great experience to be there as opposed to come here and spend money. So, you know, you go to like your PAXs, your Comic-Cons, which are also good too, but those conventions, it's really just a business thing, you know. They're trying to get you to spend as much money as you can on the latest games, the latest comics, this, that, and the third, the $8 cans of soda, whatever. But Magfest, when it starts, you know, a little bit different. You know, it was kind of just a thing that people did. We like video games, we like music from video games. Let's put that together. And now it's this much bigger event. Yeah, and that's kind of what you kind of expect there, right? Like a big music festival themed around video games, but they play other kind of music too. And there's also great arcades, great panels, just like tons of partying and yeah. And the best part about it is it's like 24 hours. So pretty much the entire main show floor is just open 24/7. Now, not everything will be open. A lot of the vendors will close down overnight because, of course, we have to sleep. But like you're still able to walk through the artist alley, the merchants area. You can play video games of all different types, pretty much any hour of the day. And that's like what makes Magfest so great. You know, it's just such an interesting experience. So we both went. It was Zero's first time. It was, I think, my 6th, maybe. 7th if you count virtual Magfest, where I kind of helped out with the speedrunning community event Magfest. But yeah, it was pretty good. And we were just sharing some of the stories of like the crazy shenanigans that we were getting into, weren't we, Zero?
Oh, were there some interesting shenanigans. I still can't get over the shrines. The shrines were definitely something that surprised me.
Yeah.
The Shrek shrine was amazing. I remember posting on social media saying Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
Right.
I got quite a bit of attention. Seeing a bunch of people just setting up shop anywhere in the well, not anywhere in the convention, in certain spots, and then just playing music for you, waking up to a concert basically in your hotel room with the balcony. Oh my god, amazing. Just an amazing experience all around, buddy. Like, I definitely recommend anybody who's listening or watching this episode, try Magfest. You're gonna like it. It's, especially if you like music and games, it's just, oh my god, it was so good. I still can't stop gushing about it. It's already been like 3 weeks since we've been there.
Yeah, and don't even bother yourself over like, well, what am I gonna buy? How much money should I bring?
Oh, we barely bought anything.
It's not like that type of event, you know. It's just you go there and you have a good time and you party and you see some great concerts. So I would
Absolutely.
definitely recommend that. And if anyone here is on the fence or they're unaware or they wanted to find out more, Magfest does a really good job of documenting the concerts and stuff. So already they've started uploading VODs. They uploaded the VODs that I was a part of, but you also they're uploading the VODs of the concerts from like the main stage. So you could already catch like my highlight of the show, music wise, was the Super Soul Bros. You
Oh
can
my
already
God.
catch that. Yeah, you can already catch that whole set, and on top of that, it's also in really good quality. So yeah, definitely check that out. You could, Magfest always uploads those, and there are other concerts. What other concerts did you enjoy while we were there, Zero?
Well, I don't know if I should count this as a concert, but I will mention like concerts proper. I did want to mention this amazing thing I got to do.
Yeah.
So at MacFest, they have jam spaces. To my understand, from my experience, I only saw one jam space, and it's the one jam spot I went to. I went there 2 times. Because I wanted to play on the drums. I'm a drummer. I like playing drums. I haven't touched a drum set in maybe 4 years until like 3 weeks ago when we went to MacFest. And the jam space works in a special way where you kind of go and it's first come first serve. And once you get up on stage with your instruments, if you don't have your instrument, they usually have ones you can borrow. You get 20 minutes on stage to just play whatever. And if you're cool with it, other people can join you on stage and jam with you. I had the privilege of going there 2 days in a row, meeting some amazing people and asking them, hey, for your jam session, I noticed you don't have a drummer. Is it okay if I hop on? And they're like, yeah, please come on. My first jam session was all right. I don't want to say that I didn't have fun with them because I definitely did. It's just they were mainly playing, at least to my understanding, they mainly only knew like jazz. So I had to dig in my memory banks, looking for whatever little bit of jazz I learned back in high school so I can maybe play that on the drums for them. And unfortunately, I could only come up with one beat that I could play and that they could, use. And we jammed for like a good 25 minutes because nobody else was there. So I had fun. However, the second day, oh my God, what a freaking experience. Because once again, I go into the jam area, 10 o'clock, a few minutes after 10, after opening. And I go in there and I'm just like, all right, let me sign up. Let me put my name on there. Nobody's up on stage. These people start talking. They get up on stage. They're setting up their guitars. And I'm just like, hey, you guys don't have a drummer. Mind if I join? Again, new people, just met them. They're like, yeah, go ahead. And this one guy goes, yeah, I mainly play ska music. And I'm like, I'm in my element. So I tell him, hey, what ska songs do you know? Unfortunately, not the same ska music that I listen to, except for like a couple songs. So the first song that we attempted to play was Santeria by, what's their name? I'm forgetting their name now. Sublime. And I know the drum set. I know the beat for it. However, I couldn't remember it at that moment in time, and I don't have it downloaded on my phone, and I ran out of data while going towards MacFest, so I couldn't look it up at all. So I did a very generic beat while they were playing Santeria, and we pretty much played through the whole song. And that was a highlight already. I'm like, wow, I got to play a favorite song of mine with these people I literally just met 5 minutes ago. Yeah. And then someone else suggested, hey, does anybody know It Smells Like Teen Spirit? And instantly I'm like, oh shit, are we actually doing this? We're doing this, aren't we? We're gonna do this, holy shit. This guy starts playing da 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 da, and I'm waiting for my intro, and I'm like, I'm gonna nail this shit. I'm gonna nail this shit. I was in the jam space with one of our friends. She did me the favor of recording it. I didn't even ask her to do it, but she did it anyway. Mm-hmm. And I start this whole thing, and I'm just playing this thing, and the guitarist is singing most of the song. Singing and playing the guitar is quite tough, so I don't blame him for, stumbling in several areas. I stumbled in several areas of playing the drums myself, but I can't explain to you the thrill that I got just playing this this legendary song with these random people I just met. It was so fun.
Yeah, that sounds like Magfest. That's the Magfest experience.
Oh my god, an experience that I want to relive. I definitely want to go back next year. I did, however, cause a boo-boo on one of my fingers. I played a little too hard probably, and I cut myself a little deep on my index finger, but after noticing it, after I was done playing Smells Like Teen Spirit, I had to get off because I wasn't about to bleed all over the fucking drum set. So, had to go back to the room. I think I saw you on the way back, actually. Freaking bandaged myself up and just enjoyed the rest of the convention.
Yeah.
Before we continue, by the way, Nanners, we have quite a few Digimon that we can now create.
Right.
Which one would you like to create? We already created Goblymon. We have
No. You're always making me decide. I feel like you should be the one to decide this one because I always do it. So I'm throwing it back onto you.
Fine. I'll create Gilmon and then I guess Dracmon.
Right.
But now let's actually talk about a convention. No, not a convention. A concert.
Concert.
Because even though the jam space was basically a random concert that anybody can start, we did end up going to 3 concerts together. It was supposed to be only 2, but we stayed for a 3rd one, at least most of it. And first one we saw was Skatune Network. Again, with the ska music. Freaking loved it. Skatune Network was there with a bunch of other people, and they played some amazing covers of video game intros. One of my favorites was the ska cover of the Hey Arnold intro.
That's not a video game.
It's not a video game, but it's still awesome. I'm not gonna freaking complain. Oh my god, everything was orchestrated so well by Skatune Network's team. It was amazing. I feel like I'm just repeating myself because I keep saying things were amazing, and I'm not explaining what made it amazing. So, me, Mash, and our friends, we were separated. Everybody got online at different times, so we weren't able to see each other as we got in. Yeah. So I was in the middle of this huge crowd, while Skatune Network and his team are just blasting amazing ska covers at us. And during several of those songs, a lot of people started a skank pit. So for those who don't know, skanking is the name of the dance for ska music. It's basically the Running Man, but a lot more movement and a lot more turning and stuff like that. And a pit, or I guess you could call it a mosh pit for ska music, I call it a skank pit, is where people basically just dance around in a circle and sometimes bump into each other, putting it lightly. It got a little painful. I joined the ska pit several times, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so much fun. And then people got violent, and I'm just like, why do you gotta be that way? Why do you gotta be all, oh my god, I see these people having fun, let me push them into the other person, and they get pushed like a ping pong ball back and forth because, people are stupid. It kind of killed it for me. People pushing each other around and, making it violent in the skank pit. But I still enjoyed it. Mash, didn't you also see me in the skank pit?
Yeah, so I got there late. You said I didn't miss too much, but it felt like maybe I missed a song or two. But when I got there, it was already packed, and I couldn't see, you. I didn't know where you were or anything like that. I just kind of figured we would meet up, if not during the concert, after the concert. But yeah, once the pit opened up, I saw you because you had your orange hat on, your parappa hat, and running around. So I was like, oh, that's probably Zero. Yeah, and yeah, I guess I was right. Then immediately after, Oni and our other roommate showed up, and we just kind of connected after that. But yeah, no, Skatune was great. My only regret is that I didn't see them the last opportunity I had, because Skatune was here in 2020, and I was doing interviews at that time because I used to interview people at Magfest, which was great,
man.
but it kind of turned into like a bit of a job. So I stopped doing that. That's why I didn't really do it this year. And because I was so tired from interviewing people and like filming stuff that day, I was gonna stay for Skatune Network, but I just missed it. I was just like, I gotta go, I gotta eat, and I missed them. I also missed another great band called Mariachi Entertainment System, because I was just like running around, like I didn't prioritize that.
What a freaking name.
Yeah, mariachi music, but Nintendo. Mariachi themed Nintendo covers. But Skatune in 2020 did a cover of City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2, and it's one of those things where, you know, sometimes you see a band again, and or I guess I was aware of it because I saw it on VOD only, but whatever. You see a band a second time, right? And you're like, oh, I kind of don't want them to see them to play the same songs that they did before. But because of how this played out, I absolutely wanted to see them play this song because I never got to experience it live. And I was a little let down because they didn't do that cover. But you're right. I mean, Skatune was still amazing. Absolutely great show. I felt personally like I didn't recognize a lot of the songs, and then you were like, oh, they did Hey Arnold. Oh, they did Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I'm like, I love those shows. I'm like, I cannot believe I didn't recognize them. But yeah, you know, they had some. My personal favorite from what I remember was the Zelda 2 ska cover, which worked really well. And yeah. And oh, also in 2020 they did some Blink-182 covers too, which they didn't do this time. At least not that I was aware of. So, yeah, it was a different set. It was really cool, and I actually feel that same way about Super Soul Bros, because they also did a lot of stuff that I didn't recognize. But it was still a good show. It was still a really good show. There was less Sonic from what I could tell, which kind of hurts me. But I already saw them do a great Sonic Mania cover when I saw them in 2020, so I already have that memory is already, you know, up here. But they did Metal Slug covers, which were really good, and they also did something for you, which was Earthbound.
Dude, of course they would leave Earthbound for last.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. So not only did they serenade us with some amazing covers of these awesome games, they end it all with an amazing cover of Earthbound. I'm forgetting the name of the song because, of course, I'm playing a game and talking at the same time. But not only was it soothing and very relaxing, everybody was into it. Everyone. Not a single person wasn't taking out their phone, turning on the flashlight, and waving it back and forth like if it was a lighter. Not only that, they had a laser show, sort of a laser show, playing on the back wall. So if you were at the concert listening to them play this amazing music, if you turned around, all you saw were nice bright lights waving back and forth. And then if you looked up at the back wall, there was a nice wavy blue laser show happening there. While they also had on the screen behind them playing some of the scenes from Earthbound. So I'm there and I'm thinking I need to capture some of this on video. I'll probably play a little bit of it without the audio, obviously, in this episode. But holy crap, what an amazing experience! I can't get over it because I kind of want to relive it again, which is why I'm so thankful that I recorded several parts of Skatune Network and Super Soul Bros.
But that's kind of the beauty of Magfest, is you don't have to record it. You could just watch the VOD, which is now available. Skatune might not be up yet, but I did see that Super Soul Bros was already up. But I did want to mention one more thing, because I don't consider myself an Earthbound fan because I've never played them. I'm aware of the games and stuff. So when those songs went on, you know, I mean, I kind of just enjoyed the music for what it is, but I didn't recognize it beyond that. But I did get a cool experience while that was going on, and that was the fact that at one point, the guitarist pulled out his cell phone and turned on his light on his phone and was kind of guiding everyone to turn on, you know, take out their phone and
That's right.
have the light on and do the wavy thing. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm sure a couple of people will do it. And I took mine out and I started to do that because it was nice. And then for a second, I just turn around and all I see is haze and like at least 100 lights in the air. I'd never been a part of anything like that. It was nice. It was like a really cool feeling that added to the vibe of the song that they were playing at that time. So, I ended up getting something out of that. And again, Super Soul Bros, fantastic band. So if I have a chance to see them, I always make sure to go. At the very end, they kind of bled into the next concert, which was the NPC Collective, which was, I think, like
Nerdy
10...
People of Color. That's what NPC stands for.
Right. So it was several artists part of that collective that like were then playing alongside members of Super Soul Bros. It almost felt like the concert didn't end even though it was already over. You know, they did this kind of like encore moment, like, you guys want to hear another song? It's like, why don't we play something together? And then they did 3 songs together, and that was really cool too. You know, I really like that collaboration. And I think, I don't know if you've heard of Mega Ran before, but that probably was the first time that you saw Mega Ran live, and you really liked that. You really dug that song, right?
So I had to search it up because literally it's like Mash was saying, Super Soul Bros concert technically quote unquote ends, but then the NPC Collective just shows up.
Yeah.
They just show up on stage, and it's like, but the previous band hasn't left yet. What's happening here? And they just start setting up and talking to each other and going like, hey, isn't this cool? Yeah, we're all together. Why don't we do something random? And, you know, wink, wink, play something together, wink, wink. Kind of dumb, yeah, but we all kind of figured it. We realized, yeah, this was all planned, obviously. So I had never seen Mega Ran before. When he gets up on stage, he's like, yo, Super Soul Bros and me, we're playing together? Shit, let's do something. And then he played his song, Infinite Lives. Holy crap. One of those songs that people just start getting into and start singing along with them. It doesn't really come out in the VOD, because I did watch the VOD a few times today, obviously, because creating music. I even searched up the original music video they created 5-6 years ago now. Like, it's not a new song, it's quite old. Yeah. And it's inspirational, I'll say that. And hearing it live is much better than hearing it, obviously, you know, on your PC at home. It's still an amazing song, and I definitely recommend listening to it. By the way, that's Mega-Ran on YouTube, so go search him up. He's an amazing artist. And then you had, I'm forgetting the other guy's name that came right after him.
I know, I think it was, I'd have to look it up, but I did recognize the second performer, and the third performer I heard of the name, but I wasn't familiar with that one. Yeah, but they were all great, and again, I thought it was so cool how they, like, the 2 bands or the 2 concerts blended together. I don't think I've ever really experienced that before whenever I've been to concerts, and I've been to like lots of concerts, but yeah, I enjoyed that, like the sort of breaking the boundaries of when our time ends and the next thing begins. So that was cool. Also, throwback to the last episode we did, actually the performer that was singing the obscene lyrics when we came into the hotel, that performer was part of that collective.
Yes.
So it was, and they had a cool motif too, whereas like they would introduce each member individually, they would do a song, and then they would go on to the next one until the whole collective was out. That was really, I like that. I might go check out the whole VOD for it just to catch it, but yeah, I mean, overall, for me personally, Super Soul Bros was the best concert that I went to, but to be fair, I only did get to see Skatune, Super Soul Bros, and the Cybertronic Spree.
And the NPC Collective.
Yeah, for like a tiny bit, because I was there a little bit longer than you guys, but I wasn't there for the whole concert. I had to, like, at some point at Magfest, you do so many. At some point, seeing more than one concert, you just get tired and hungry, and it's time for you to go and do other stuff. So I had to leave. I was too tired.
Yeah, those concerts run late. I think Skatune Network and Super Soul Bros started at around 10.
Yeah.
And it was first Skatune Network and then Super Soul Bros after Skatune Network. And then the NPC Collective, which is an amalgamation of several artists, not just like one band.
Yeah, I think it's like at least 10 artists are part of that collective. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that you were tired. Me and our other friends were quite exhausted after the first like 3 songs. We were like, we need dinner. We're tired. We want to stay for more, but we can't. We need food.
Yeah. But then, you know, what it ends up being with Magfest is, you know, you go to the concert, you get really tired, you go get food, you chill at the hotel, which is why it's so great to be at the resort. It's the best way to experience it. Unfortunately, there's just not enough rooms to go around. But then you hang out for a little bit, and then you just go back out and do more stuff until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, like, no one could pry me away from those arcade cabinets.
Oh my God.
For those of you that have seen our channel, maybe you saw that I did the unboxing video for the Sound Voltex controller, which I got it so that I could play it at home, and I stream it sometimes on my Twitch, Mesh the Stampede. Which, by the way, apologies that the video didn't come out so great, had some errors, but we tried to make that a little band-aid for that. But yeah, I've been getting into Japanese rhythm games, Sound Voltex. I heard a lot about this one called 2DX, which is also called BMS, or like Beatmania, or something like that. And that one is a little bit different the way the controller is laid out. But I've been so curious about it because some of the other people that stream this category of games, and like I kind of, you know, my friends we talked to about this, they're always telling me about, or they're always playing 2DX. And it's got the big scratch, and it's got the really intimidating looking buttons because you got 3 on top and then you have 4 on the bottom, or 4 on top and 3 on the bottom. I don't remember. They had cabinets of that. They had 6 cabinets of that at Magfest, and also like an old version of it too, I saw. But they had so many cabinets, so I just like, any chance that I was even in the vicinity of the arcade, if I wasn't playing racing games, I was playing 2DX, and I got so much game time. I got so much game time on them, and I was stoked about that. Because I never got to try it before. You know, those cabinets, people don't realize, but those cabinets, the racing game, like Initial D cabinets, those cabinets are like tens of thousands of dollars. They're like so insanely expensive. So Magfest Arcade is incredible. And it gives you an opportunity to play something that you're not going to buy and just have in your house, like the arcade experience. You could buy the controller. It'll run you like a couple $100 for sure. But yeah, like the arcade experience, like you're not going to get that anywhere. Or you're not going to, it's going to be very hard for you to get that. And Magfest kind of brings that together. If it's a convention/festival that you're already at, it's just nice that it's there. They had at least, I want to say 10 Sound Voltex machines, which that's like my main rhythm game. And it was more Sound Voltex that I've seen at any other convention, which was great. But one of them, there was something interesting about it. Some of you may have seen one of the shorter videos that we uploaded, but I guess whoever was putting them together, they took one of the Sound Voltex machines and they put Doom on it. So it wasn't running Sound Voltex, it was just running Doom. Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. People do some wild stuff, and I love it when they do that.
Yeah. And for perspective, I mean, it was like the one place that we're talking about right now, which we're like going nuts over, it's a huge space, and it's full of arcade cabinets beginning to end. You know, cabinets, racing games, they have like skee ball and other types, like just so much gaming. That's one section. The main show floor is actually 4 sections, so it's that times 4. There's a whole other area where it's just that, but consoles and Rock Band and tournaments. Another section is where you buy stuff, and then the other third section was an amazing indie game area, like completely dedicated towards just some of the most creative, lesser known games that deserve more attention that, you know, you probably haven't heard of yet. and they're there, and they had like really cool displays. I'm glad that I got to spend a lot of time at the the indie area as well, because I finally got to have more playtime with Skate Story.
Oh yeah, that's right. The funny thing is, I would have loved to spend even more time at the indie game area. I did get to speak a little bit to Odlon and to EE at the Indiecade area. Unfortunately, I didn't really spend too much time playing there. I did end up playing a nice new rhythm game. Problem is, it was a little bit difficult. I guess the creator left it on a hard difficulty, and I don't remember the name of it at the moment, unfortunately. But I had a great time there. Talking about the arcade machines, I was stuck on a freaking Street Fighter Alpha arcade machine our first night there. I was playing Street Fighter Alpha 3, and I was just kind of wrecking people that kept hopping on the other side. It was a lot of fun. I got to... Yeah, I even entered a Street Fighter 5 tournament, and I lose in the first round because it was single elimination. So that kind of sucked. But it was still nice to have that kind of stuff there, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are at time, but I do want to end this episode with something cool. Mash, we're about to Digivolve again.
Oh, are we?
You want to know who's going to Digivolve?
Yeah, I do.
It's going to be Kabuterimon. Because
Awesome.
he can Digivolve into his next level Digimon, Mega Kabuterimon. He can also go into Cherrymon, this big ol', you know, cherry tree thing.
With a mustache.
With a mustache. And this weird Digimon, I don't know which one this is. I'll guess I'll have to look at, oh no, wait, that looks, all right, never mind. We're not doing that. Doesn't matter. But definitely Mega Kabuterimon. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's Digivolve. Let's see how this guy looks.
Let's do it.
Bam! Our first ultimate level Digimon. And he still has the goggles on. Look at that.
I feel like I remember this one.
Possibly. So, once again, Season 1 Digimon. Ultimate level Digimon for, you know, the little red Tentomon guy that we had before. Oh wait, I can't even go that far back to show you. Oh, but if we play our cards right, we can go into him. Hercules Kabuterimon. Or Grand Kawagamon. I prefer Hercules Kabuterimon. Once again, we have a weird looking one that I don't know which one it is, but yeah. That's going to do it for today's episode, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like, leave us a comment. Are you guys interested in Magfest now? Are you guys into ska music? Do you like playing instruments? Let us know.
Go check out the VODs. They're all up there. They're great.
That's right. Just search Magfest 2023. It should take you straight to the freaking YouTube channel, and you can watch all those streamed concerts and stuff for free.
Well, they weren't streamed. They weren't streamed, but
they were recorded. Yes,
they were recorded. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, go check those out. Check out Megaran. Check out the NPC Collective. Check out Skatune Network. Check out Super Soul Bros. They're all amazing.
Yeah, and we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You're all amazing for sticking around us while we actually don't really talk too much about the game and just talk about our time at Magfest. And
that's right.
We hope you liked the episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on episode 15.
That's right. Take care, everyone.